WWRR, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, WMMZ, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Hazleton, WYCK, Plains.
Powered by Mohegan Sun Poano.
The River, 105 and 103.5.
This is Music on the Menu on the River.
Timothy, where on earth did you go?
Featuring Northeast PA's best artists.
Maybe, never mind. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's right.
And now, here's your host, Alan K. Stout.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you as I always am. Sunday nights, 9 to 10 o'clock. Bringing you regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Hanging out with D.C. Taylor. D.C., good to see you.
You too, Alan. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Here we are, 2020.
First show of 2020. How was your New Year's Eve?
It's quiet.
Relaxing?
Yeah.
Unplugged?
Stopped by a couple one of my friends' houses actually. But yeah, I was other than that, it was pretty quiet.
You know, following people on social media, like we all do with our friends, that definitely seems like that's the way to go for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, to just hang at home with your wife, girlfriend, or have a couple of friends over. And,
Right.
And, you know, I mean, I saw that the Woodlands, I think, had a sold-out event in the ballroom.
Oh, okay.
And I think there were some, you know, certainly some bands around town playing as well. But for a majority of people, I think, you know, a big change from maybe 20 years ago when, you know, it was, don't be careful driving on that night and, you know, a lot of amateur nights and all the things that we used to hear about New Year's Eve. You don't hear that so much anymore.
Yeah, going out to party used to be more mandatory, I think, in a lot of our lives, and now it's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't need more overstimulation. Just nice and quiet.
Yeah, or people are just playing it safe and having their drinks.
Sure,
a couple of drinks at home, and if you have friends, letting them crash. And, you know, being smarter, really.
Yep.
So happy New Year to everybody. We had theme shows for the last couple of weeks. We did. Well, last year we did nothing but songs from 2019. This was our last show.
Yep.
And the week before that, we did our annual Christmas special. And then we had Tori Vian as a guest in early December. So This is kind of more of a typical show tonight. I'm going to premiere a couple of tracks for you tonight for the very first time, like we always do. And I'm going to mix it in with a bag of stuff that we've got here in the vault. This one's from Jared Campbell. It's called Never Knew.
Was it just the way she walked? Or is it me going crazy? Was it just the way she talked? Or is it me? I never knew what I had until I gave it all away. I never knew what I had. Was it the way she till I gave it all away. I never knew what I had. I never knew what I had till I gave it all away. I never knew what I had till the very last day. I never knew what I had till she up and walked away from me, from me, from me.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Gratz, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
I hear the rain outside my window. Wonder why I ever let you go. Look around at this empty place. It's hard to see, it's the same old space. But tonight, all I got is an FM station. Keep me warm. Steely Dan 93.4 on the late night show. The Midnight Radio. Well, my mind takes me to another place on a different page. Hear those songs that play on the radio and wish you here with me again. But tonight, all I got is an FM station to keep me warm. Steely Dan 93.4 on the late night show. The Midnight Radio.
Christian Gratz here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Midnight Radio, premiering that one for the first time for you here tonight on Music on the Menu. That's from Christian's new record, 1979. He calls it, he describes it himself, DC, as yacht rock.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've talked about that, playing Christian stuff here for the last couple of weeks. You can hear that. That's
it is unapologetically yacht rock.
It is, and it's, you know, and that music is pretty cool. I mean, I love everything that Christian's been sending us. And it sounds good on the radio. The lyrics are good. The songwriting's good. The production's good.
I like it.
You know, so we're enjoying playing that stuff here from Christian. Maybe we'll get him up here and hang out with us some night on the air as a guest in the studio. Before that, we heard Jared Campbell. He's from the Binghamton, New York area, but he used to do a lot of shows here in northeastern Pennsylvania. He even recorded a live album once at the River Grill, which is when it was called the Waterfront down in Plain. So good stuff from Jared. Now, we're the first show of the new year. I have to ask you, DC, did you know, it's a cliche thing to ask, but everybody does talk about it this time of year.
Right.
Did you make a resolution for 2020?
Well, I guess every December, maybe backing into November a little bit, I start kind of eating whatever I want, whenever I want.
Yes, as we all do, yes.
And so I always go, that's it.
Yes.
January 2nd, I'm back on the wagon.
Yeah.
I call it.
Yeah.
And that's, that's what I do. Once the new year passes, it's like, okay, I've eaten enough. I've got headaches. I feel run down. Okay, good. I got that out of my system. Now it's time to get back to like 1,200 calories a day.
Well, I think that, that's kind of what's fun about the holidays is just letting that go.
Uh-huh.
We all try to be health conscious throughout the year. And now I don't need that piece of cake or I don't need that cookie. And
right.
And at Christmas time, from Thanksgiving right through, you just say, yeah, give me it.
Yeah.
I'll have it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's fun. Things are tasty. I can't resist them.
Why not? I was thinking back and I'd never make resolutions. I just not my thing.
Right.
But last year for 2019, my resolution was simple. I just wanted to spend more time with my friends. Mm-hmm. I work 4 jobs. I've got 2 young kids, and I write for a couple of newspapers, and I do the radio show, and I have a full-time marketing public relations job. Mm-hmm. And so I just said, try to do it. And I was thinking back on the year, and my buddy Rich, we went out to Yankee Stadium together. My buddy Lonnie, we hung out at the Cowboys game, and we got together at Grotto Pizza and watched some football. My buddy Joe Orem, we went down and saw Kiss together with our sons.
Yeah.
My buddy Jim, we got together for lunch many times and just got together at my house and jammed some music. Brett Alexander, who's a good friend of mine, we got together twice in the studio, recorded a couple tracks. I had lunch with old coworkers, people that I worked with years ago, just got together to kiss. So,
good.
I actually feel like I did it. And, so I'm going to try to keep that resolution again for 2020. I think as we get busy in our lives and we get older, that's important.
Yeah.
Make some time for people. We're going to premiere another new one right now from Gary Carl. Gary's been recording for a long time here in northeastern Pennsylvania. He does all of his stuff at SI Studios in Old Forge. He did records with a band called Jake's Way, and he's done a couple of solo projects. Country music artist. This is from his new record, The Whole 9 Yards. This one is called Building an Empire.
Finding oneself through others' eyes, not seeing the trap or the toll of it, all under the guise. Let all tag along, all come for the ride, never knowing the price and the cost, and never swallow the pride. So you're building an empire, so you're larger than life, humble under the hand of God, so nothing fall on the night. Just come out tonight, your soul will be alright. Just a pat on the back and a handshake, 'cause you're under the lights. You're born to amaze, such a familiar sight, and reading the same old books and rules, but the future is bright. So you're building an empire, so you're larger than life, humble under the hand of God, so not to fall on the night. Whoa, there's people to know. Whoa,
Kate, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on The River.
Kate here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called The Wait. Before that, brand new music from Gary Carl, a song called Building an Empire. I'm going to play another new one for you. Now, this one also comes from SI Studios in Old Forge. The artist is Tony Vergnetti, and Tony is from northeastern Pennsylvania. I was hanging out up at SI Studios with Tom Borthwick right before Christmas. He's the owner and operator of that studio. And he was just playing me some stuff that he was working on. And he played me a tune from Tony, a new one. And I really dug it. So I reached out to Tony and, hey, send us some stuff. So the stuff that I heard in the studio recently hasn't been released yet. I guess it's still being mastered. But Tony sent me his record from 2013 called TV Land. And so I really dug the record. And I thought, let's play something for you. First time on the show for tonight. Tony Vergnetti with a song called What About Me?
Make all your dreams come true. A simple man who could understand exactly what it means to love you. Won't let you down or run around, knows what's wrong or right. A peaceful man who can It seems like a fantasy, baby, there ain't no such thing. Open up your eyes and see. Tell me this one thing. I said just answer me this one thing. What about me? How about me? Yeah, think about me. What about me? Yeah. What about me? Though you may doubt, just think about all the possibilities. I'm your friend, that's to the end. You know that I aim to please. Come on, girl, let's give it a whirl. Right now, you don't have to choose. You don't have to buy, just give it a try. What do you got to lose? It seems like a fantasy, baby, there ain't no such thing. Open up your eyes and see. Tell me this one thing. I said just answer me this one thing. What about me? How about me? Yeah, think about me. What about me? Yeah. What about me? Oh, what about me? I'm waiting patiently for you to see. I'm your destiny. This was meant to be. Oh, oh. Come on, girl. What about me? Yeah, think about me. Oh, what about me? Yeah. How about me? Yeah, just think about me. Yeah, what about me?
Hi folks, this is Joe Burke, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
Chasing time like I've got some to waste. Writing rhymes thinking they'll fix my pace. Praying hard I put the great love on it. Great love on my road. Selling my confidence in childish ways. Timidly searching through the blue and the gray. But I get lost in what I am saying. Quarter past and I want some kind of peace with the sun in the street love. And a basic tries to believe that I'm fine and not so tall. There's no place like home. Standing up, colors go and I get lost. She says uncertainty abounds in my eyes. I say she's right, but it still helps me decide. Oh, tangled up in searching each day. Quarter past and I want some kind of peace with the sun in the street love. And a basic tries to believe that I'm fine and not so tall. There's no place
Joe Burke here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Gray. And before that, brand new music here to the program, Tony Vergnetti with a song called What About Me. And we will be getting that new record from Tony that I heard a little piece of down at SI Studios just before Christmas. Hopefully as soon as it's ready to roll, we'll get it on here for you because it's good stuff. I'm going to play another new one for you now. We just played this one for the first time for you last Sunday night. We opened the show with it, but we really dig this song. Both DC and I were talking about it. Great guitars, a lot of power, a lot of punch, a lot of attitude. Yeah. The Boastfuls, Tequila. Check it out.
Get your flavor out of my mind. I know you got it cooking and I'm looking for it, looking I could get it by the end of the night. I want a little piece, little bit that I could keep, but now you already know. I know you know you're the reason I gotta go.
Hey, this is Mike Miz, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
It's a standstill on the 109, but I am in a different town. I'm thinking about that birthday on the beach. You know the frozen air's blowing strong. Summertime's come and gone. I know better things are just within my reach. But now my mind is all a mess. Can't stop thinking about the way she wore that dress. The way she moves, the way she gave the love inside her heart to me. She's a North Jersey queen. If she walked into the room right now, every hair would turn around. Her smile makes the heavens open wide. I used to hang upon her every word like a song from a hummingbird. I felt lucky when she looked into my eyes. Now my mind is in distress. Can't stop thinking about her taking on that dress. The way she moves, the way she gleams, when her big brown eyes were looking up at me. She's a North Jersey queen. So take this love and drag it down. Feels like yesterday when we own this town. So take my hand, won't you pull me up? Feels like yesterday when you stole my love. And I can see better days when the whole world shines so clean. Yeah, and I spent my younger days just trying to find out what it means. She's a North Jersey queen. So take this love and drag it down. Feels like yesterday when we own this town. So take my hand, won't you pull me up? Feels like yesterday when you stole my love. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's right. She can take you to Venerio when there's nowhere you have left to go. She got what it takes to get you through the night. Now every day I'm so depressed. You know, she put back on that dress and walked away. The way she moves, the way she leaves, I can still hear her talking in her sleep. She's a North Jersey queen. She's a North Jersey queen. Oh, she's a North Jersey queen. Yeah, she's a North Jersey queen. Oh, sha-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, 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 na-na-na, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la,
Miz here on Music on the Menu on the River with North Jersey Queen. And before that, the Boastfuls, the brand new tune called Tequila. Now, I tagged DC on Facebook earlier this week. Mm-hmm. I was nominated by our old buddy Jay Hunter.
Yeah.
From when we were down the dial a little bit. When we both did some work down there.
Yeah, Spanky.
And we're still good friends. I know you recently got together with him a few months ago.
Yeah, I met up for dinner a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Great guy and a huge fan of music. So he tagged me in that top 10 albums where you just post the cover and you're not supposed to say why, it's just supposed to speak for itself. So, you know, I don't know if I've surprised everybody. You know, I put that up on my Facebook page a couple days ago. You know, The Police, Springsteen, Pete Townsend, Badleys, Kiss. Mm-hmm. You know, it was funny when I was thinking of The Who, because you're only supposed to do one artist, and they were one of my all-time favorite bands. I decided to go with a Townsend solo album, actually, because I love that All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes. But you kicked things off with Stone Temple Pilots.
Yes, their big debut album, I guess it was Core.
What a great record.
Yeah. When that bursts onto the scene, I was like, wow, this is good. This is good rock. And it was Plush, obviously the first single everybody heard off of that. And I was like, wow, this is good. And I was hearing that on like top 40 stations and things like that.
Over a bit. And it got some legs. That record's 25 years old now. Maybe. Yeah.
Actually, let me think.
Maybe 27.
27 years. Yeah.
27 years old now, and it still holds up. That whole movement that came in the early 90s, and it was a movement, and I guess SDP kind of tailed at the end. They kind of got lopped into the grunge a little bit.
Yeah.
Although, I don't really think they were.
Right.
They weren't a Seattle band, right?
No.
I mean, but they were
San Francisco.
Kind of had, they're a California band, but they're kind of tailed in at the end of the Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Nirvana thing, and it was alternative. You know, I guess that's how they kind of maybe got categorized. What a great record. So let me ask you this. What was your first album that you ever, well, I know we all get the one that you get when you're a kid, maybe from your parents, and then there's the one maybe where you're in your early teens and you purchase it yourself.
Yeah.
Do you remember what each of those were?
I would say if I got my first CD player in like 1989.
Okay.
And that's when I was really like, okay, I'm going to start, going out and buying music on a regular basis. I was way into, I was deep into classic rock at that time. So, and Chicago over the years, over the 80s had become one of my favorite bands. And, the 80s Chicago stuff was very very love ballads and all that. So I said, ooh, Chicago, an album from 1968, 69. Wow. I got to check this out. And wow, like my fandom went pew.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The 15-minute long songs and things like that. The jams,
and all the horns. They brought all that brass into rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned Chicago on the show a couple months ago. We were talking about Chicago.
Okay.
It was a show you saw. It was your first concert?
Oh yeah, it was
down in a smaller venue.
Probably the one band that I've seen the most. I saw them like 3 or 4 times live in the Philly area.
Yeah.
Once down in Atlantic City. Chicago back in the 90s.
We were talking about how the albums were numbered. The album title was The Number for a while.
Yeah.
So
they're
expect to see some Chicagos because we're not finished with this yet. We just started this on Thursday.
Yeah, their first album, Chicago Transit Authority, will be showing up on my on my 10 albums in 10 days thing. You will see that there.
Very cool. Very cool. Here's a promising young artist from northeastern Pennsylvania. He's been doing some great music lately. This is James Barrett, a song called The First Days of July.
Hi, this is Patrick McGlynn, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
There's a pool where we swam on the west side of town. Now it's just a big empty hole in the ground. There's trees growing out where the walls are all cracked. They grew so wild, couldn't find our way back. Those July stars, don't forget who you are. The girl at the screen door, the boy in the car. Yeah, those July stars left proof in your heart. Pink sky in summer, the light in the dark. Like a friend, the old man steps back and takes it all in. He looks in the mirror, somewhere in his eyes is a mercy and love of an innocent mind. But those July stars, don't forget who you are. The kid with the peel-off tattoo on his arm. Yeah, those July stars left proof in your heart. Fireworks above, lightning bugs in the jar. Did you forget? You used to know it by heart. Maybe some things just fade, that drifting apart. But those July stars, don't forget who you are. The songs in the basement on of guitars. Get those July stars, let proof in your heart. A big sky in summer, and light in the dark.
Patrick McGlynn here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called July Stars. And before that, James Barrett, the song called The First Days of July. Both of them young artists from Lackawanna County. Both of them did songs about July. See what I did there?
How about that?
I figure, here we are in the, now that the holidays are over, everybody's kind of getting into the doldrums of winter.
Well, we are now, we're halfway to July. So
we are halfway to July.
That's it.
Picked up, I think, 45 minutes of daylight time in January.
All right.
But still not good enough for me. So that's why I threw a little July your way tonight with Music on the Menu. You got 2 songs there referencing the beautiful month of July.
Nice.
Let's play another new one for you. This is from Tori V. We just premiered this one right before Christmas. This one's called The Fall. Tori V here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called The Fall. We'll be taking leave of you shortly. Just want to talk about a couple things here before we split. This is our first year of 2020, and do want to do some things with the show this year. I know a lot of musicians hang out with us here on Sunday nights. It's a good night for that. There's a lot of you guys that play. It's your night off. There's a lot of busy weeknight gigs, and obviously Saturday and Sundays people are out playing or going and seeing live music. But this is a chance for us all to chill out together and listen to what everybody's up to. I'm going to try to bring in some more guests throughout the next year. I think we're going to have Tom Borthwick coming in from SI Studios some point in the next couple of weeks, and some of these artists that have been sending us some good music. We love having them live here in the studio, interviewing them here on the air, and then, mixing a show up with some of their music. And we're going to get back over to Breakers too. We didn't do some shows at Breakers during the last half of 2019. I wanted to take a little break from that and, maybe take a look at who was doing some interesting music out there in northeastern Pennsylvania. There were very special shows. I mean, I don't think there's another commercial radio station in the whole country that takes local unsigned bands and puts them live on the radio for an hour in prime time, good drive time spot, doing their own original music. And so that's something that we will continue to do in 2020. So if you missed us at Breakers, we miss you too. And we'll get back there. I'm thinking about a couple of shows right now. We will renew our commitment to original music.
Nice.
I'll leave you with Renew from the Badleys. We'll catch you next week.
I've tried to sing and find some courage in the deal. I've tried to dance around the way I feel, and if it all adds up to be just a rhythm and a melody, okay, renew your faith, renew your vows to each other, renew your faith in me. A man may burn and squander all his blessings, but he will return if he's worth anything.